Hey, sixth grade. Today we are reviewing how to find the median of a data set. In some ways, this is my favorite type of average because there's not a whole lot of math that needs to be done. But in some ways, it's my least favorite because you really have to be careful about how you go about solving these problems. So let's look at the first box here, giving you a hint that you need them least to greatest. So looking through this list, there's a 1. So 1. And then there's 4. Then the next smallest looks like 30. Then there's 34. Then there's 43 and 45. One of the things I really have to be careful about is making sure that I have all the numbers written down. It's really easy to go too fast. So I double check and say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers in that first list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers in the list that I made. Again, it's really easy to go too fast and miss a number, and then your answer can't make sense. When you're finding the median, we really are just looking for the middle number. So I'm going to cross off the front number and the back number. Cross off the front number and the back number. And now we're left with 2 numbers. So there's a couple of different ways to do this. The video said you can add them together. So this would be 30 plus 34 equals 30 plus 34 is 64. So we would take that answer of 64 and we would divide it by 2 because there were 2 numbers that we added together. And 64 divided by 2 is 32. And 32 is the median. This is a terrific way to find the median. There's another way that I also really enjoy, and it's by writing out the missing numbers between 30 and 34. So there's 31, 32, and 33. And then I'm going to keep crossing out. Smallest, biggest. Next smallest, next biggest. Hey, look at the number that's left, 32. Either way, we'll get you the exact same answer. Okay, let's do one more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. Let's do the one right below it. I'm just counting how many numbers are in the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's why I picked this one. Now we need to write them in order from least to greatest. So there's a 3. Then there's a 7. Then 17 twice. And then 29, and then 42, and 48. Okay, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest, leftover. Then the median is 17. Okay, one more time with an even number of numbers so we can figure out exactly what to do here. So we can find a good one. Let's try this one. Writing them out from least to greatest. So 12. Then there's a 13 that I can see. Then there's 17. Then there's 28, 29, and 45. And a quick double check that I have all of them. There's 4, 5, 6 in the top list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the bottom list. Okay, let's cross out. Lowest, biggest, least, greatest. Now there's 2 numbers left. Now there's a bigger gap between 17 and 28. So this would be a good example of maybe I wouldn't write out all the numbers, but I will, and you'll be able to see that that second method still works. So for the median, we're going to add them together, 17 plus 28, and then we're going to divide them by 2 because there are 2 numbers on the top here. So here we go, 17 plus 28, and then divide by 2. That works. You know, the other thing you could do on this calculator is 17 plus 28, and then on the bottom, divide by 2. Right? There's 45 halves, so now I can convert that into a decimal. There it is, 22 and a half. So this should be the correct answer. All right, very quickly, we're going to try that other method that I really like. Here we go, 17, so then it's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I like this method because it saves me from putting the wrong numbers in the calculator. It's a lot of numbers to write out, but it's not hard. All right, here we go. Least, greatest, least, greatest, least, greatest, least, greatest, least, greatest. So now we can see that there's a 22 and a 23, and the number right in between is just half. So this is 22 and a half, which is what we have right down there. Okay, order them least to greatest and just make sure that you rewrite all of the numbers in the list. Take your time, don't miss any of the numbers when you're rewriting least to greatest.